Let's go! Breakwater Point, episode number 5. You heard it right, people. Breakwater Point, episode number 5. It's a 5 with the thumb. Yes. Anyways, last week we were checking out the new area of the park that I kind of extended off of the Shrieking Tiki area. We looked at the Vekoma multi-launch family coaster lava racer. I went through and added some more flat rides. I did the cable car with the Skyway Cafe built in. Really wasn't a whole lot going on in this area. It was more of, like I said, just an extension, not really a full-fledged area, but it works. I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out, and I was expecting it to be a little bit more than this, but it is what it is. We'll call it an extension, especially since this area is going to be filled in too. So it's all going to really be cohesive, and at the end of the day, you're not really going to notice it being segmented into individual parts. It's all just going to have a flow to it and be one big park. That's really the goal at the end of the build anyway. But yeah, this is what we looked at last week, and now next week, this week, I'm thinking ahead of myself with the recording schedule, blah 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 blah. Ignore me. What we're looking at this week, yes, this week with episode 5, is this. This being our new area. Yes, new area. We'll call it that for now. This is the next area I'm going to be working on, and as you can see, I've already kind of dropped everything in. Well, mostly everything. There might be some few additions here and there, but this is where we're building next. We'll just start right here since this is the closest. Another big kind of plaza patio area. We're going to have a lot of space to sit and relax and chill. This is going to be a pretty good sized park, and the temperatures here are going to consistently be warm, so you're going to want to be able to sit, take lots of breaks, have lots of refreshments. That's what this area is going to be. We're going to have a really big open face kind of food court cafe type thing, lots of food and drink. I have an idea for a name for this place. It's not going to just be your standard chief beef, pizza pen, whatever. It's going to be themed up and have a branding, something I worked on in a previous part, kind of like the Slice Life up front. Same to be said with this. This is going to be a little shop type thing that I created in my previous Breakwater games called Caffeine Corner. Obviously, we don't have the energy drinks anymore in this game like we did in the last game, but for those who don't know, I'm hopelessly addicted to my caffeinated beverages, so I needed to drop something referring to that in the park. So Caffeine Corner is making a comeback. We're just going to have to pretend that the gulpy stands are energy drinks, and we got some coffee going on with it as well. Little bathroom block here. This section over here really isn't going to be utilized so much as it is for aesthetics. I'm planning on making this like an indoor arcade, but obviously we don't have the TMTK games, and we don't have in-game games, anything like that yet. So it's going to mostly be just for aesthetics. I put a couple more bathrooms in it just to kind of maybe get some people walking in and out to give it the illusion that it's being used. As well as another staff facility just to kind of fill that in so it's not just an empty plaza, and hopefully get some foot traffic in here, along with a little ice cream and milkshake, gelato, slushy, whatever you want to call it, thing as well. More patio seating. You're going to have another patio here. There's lots of places to relax and chill. You get some good views of the different rides and everything going on around you while you sit and relax, take a load off. So that's what this is going to be. Probably do the building up very similar to Lava Juice here, because like I said in the last episode, I really like the aesthetics of this building, so I want to do it again to a bigger scale. Moving right along, we've got this flat ride joining the bunch. I can't remember what this one's called. Full Flight. Not as extreme as some of the other rides, but we needed something to fill this space in, so we got that as an option. And then nestled in this corner right along the river rapids and the water park is the big hammer swing. I just thought this was kind of a cool little nook to nestle this in for another extreme moment. I like the placement on this. Once I get it all themed up, I think it's going to look really cool there. And yeah, I really like the placement. I don't know why. It's just cool. It's swinging over the trees and the walkways and what have you. So yeah. And now on to the main attraction of the new area. It is the Mac Extreme Spinning Coaster. Yeah, every park's going to have one now that we have them in game. So Breakwater Point is no different. Uh, I don't know how realistic the layout is compared to the other extreme spinners out there in the world, but you know what? I'm okay with it. It's a pretty lengthy ride, lots of elements, really believable G-forces, and the best part is it's already green across the board, even after smoothing. So yeah, it's staying the way it is. I'm happy with it. It provides a good ride experience, which we'll see at the end of the episode. This time I'll do 2 POVs. I'll do the bumper like traditional, and then we will go on a seated one just so you get the full experience of the spinning. I did tone the spinning down quite a bit because if you just leave a default, obviously it's very sickening. So I'm happy with the control of the spin. It's not overly extreme. The fastest moments are through the first element here and then over the top hat. But other than that, the rest of the ride is very slow and controlled. So I think it makes for a pretty good ride experience. Go over the layout real quick. Obviously, stealing ideas from real life coasters with the was this a JoJo roll? I think it might be called, right out of the station and into a chain lift. I did not do the traditional launch right out. I went with the chain lift to start this ride. It's not very tall. I think it's only like 90 feet. And we start with a beyond and vertical drop. We're going to spin through, well, not really spin, but come through into a 0G stall over the top of the launch into nice turnaround where the guests in the main plaza of the park can get a good view of the coaster. Oh, sorry, I just hit my mic. Hope that didn't hurt everybody's ears. We cruise past the Volcano Valley entrance, up into a little airtime. We do a little inverted turnaround. There's like a little micro bunny hill thing right here, into a corkscrew, into another little airtime. We're going to spin through a little valley, up into the launch. Launch is going to send us, like I said, up and over the top hat, where we will have more intense spinning, just so you, I don't know, I think it's going to make for a good experience when you're cresting the top of that, just spinning like crazy, seeing the whole park. Into the vertical drop, down into a big 0G roll, which was custom built, so I don't know how accurate the profile is. Probably not, but whatever. I like it better than the in-game ones. Come out of the 0G into another airtime, spin around with turning airtime, I guess we're going to call that. Another valley into a small airtime and into the brake run. So, like I said, I'm not sure how believable the layout is, but whatever. I like it. It's fun. Green across the board, believable stats. So it'll be a popular one, that's for sure. I've named it Firewalker after like the people that walk on the hot coals and stuff. I just thought that was kind of a cool name. Fit the theme of the park. I originally was going to call it Lava Storm, but then last week I created the multi-launch Coma and called it Lava Racer, and they were too similar, so I changed the name up to Firewalker. So that is what we're working with in the new area. Got quite a bit of work ahead of me. Hopefully not too much, not like the last couple episodes. So yeah, I'm going to shut up and get building. So I'll see you back in just a second. All right, stick a fork in it. It is done. Well, at least this part of the park is done. There's still a lot to go, so I guess the appetizer is done. I don't know what I'm saying anymore at this point. The new part that we've been working on is done, generally speaking. It's not really much of a new park. It's just kind of an addition to everything we've already been working on, kind of like the last two. But, whatever. This part that I've been working on is done. I'm going to stop making small talk, which is really awkward. I don't even know what I'm doing. All right, let's check it out. So we looked at the hammer swing. I went through and did some more of the mulch beds and just kind of did some clean landscaping around it rather than the kind of beachy overgrowth like I've been doing for most of the park. I think it gives it a nice clean look. I like the way it turned out. Changed up the color pattern for the swing and named it Hammerhead, kind of keeping with the hammer swing and then also the beachy resort by calling it Hammerhead, like the shark. A little bit more landscaping around it. Not a whole lot really changed here. Uh, it kind of extended the don't dive fencing around this area to keep people from sneaking over and getting into areas that they're not supposed to be in. So that continued on. As you can see, I didn't finish anything here or on this side of the path, mainly because I don't know what I'm going to be doing in this area yet, and it didn't really seemed like a good idea to drop stuff in if I'm just going to move it or remove it later. So that's why it's kind of looking incomplete on this side, but it's a work in progress. So that's why we're looking like that. I'm going to talk about the coaster at the end. Uh, Same thing here, just kind of changed up the color scheme for the full flight. As you can see, I did not name this one yet, mainly because, well, I have no ideas for a name for it. So if anybody out there in YouTube world is watching and has a good name idea for this ride, drop it in the comments. If it's a good one, go ahead and name it. That would be awesome. You could help me out with that. Moving along, save that for coaster part. We'll start over here. I did a little ice cream and slushy stand. Little bit different style than what I was originally kind of going for to keep with the lava juice, but still has its own character, and I like it. It's very simple, very basic, but honestly, it just kind of is a space filler for this back patio area, which really isn't a whole lot. Doesn't have much to it, so it is what it is. I had originally thought about making this into a non-functioning arcade, but it just kind of felt like a waste of space doing that, and I put bathrooms in anyway to try and get some of the guests to use it. So we just made it a family restrooms. So you've got bigger changing areas for kids and what have you. This did end up becoming just a standard staff building since that's what it was going to be anyway. Again, nothing really too crazy in here. This is just kind of excess overflow for the food area. Same with this here. Little it's good. Wow, what happened there? Little seating area. You can watch fire spin in the background, the Ferris wheel. Just kind of hang out in the shade. I don't know why there's umbrellas because this little seating area is going to get a lot of natural shade from these monster trees. But hey, whatever. So yeah, let's talk about this big old building here that, as you can see, actually got bigger since the last update. But this is one of my favorite restaurants, and it is a shout out to my favorite Planet Coaster community, the Good Nice. So we have the Good Nice Cookout, and it is completed with some shout outs to some friends in the community. There's quite a bit of people out there, so I wasn't able to get everyone on the shout outs for this part. At least I will do my best to try and sneak some more into the park other places. So if you didn't make this one, I will do my best to get you somewhere else in the park. So let's go check that out. Obviously the GNF, Good Nice Forever. We've got the restrooms here. And then first and foremost, shout out wise, is to my main dude across the seas, Mr. Relimatep. We've got Relly's Sliders. Then we've got Winder's Burgers with Winder TV. We got some Doggy Dogs. We've got some Zangri Sushi. Big Philly's Pizza. We got some more Chamois Slices Pizza. And of course, the man himself, the fearless leader of the Good Nice, Cocker's Cola. Shout out Cockwaddle. We've got Death Fear Soda. We've got Dr. Fuero. Shane's Soda. And then we're going to scoot on over to the caffeine corner here with a shout out to Smiling Uma with Uma's Coffee. We've got some Yanergy drinks. And we've got some Ginge Bull. Play on Ginge and Red Bull, so that's cool. Shout outs good nights forever. Like I said, if you guys didn't make this one, don't worry. I will try my best to get some more people in the rest of the park. But yeah, good nights forever. Shout outs. You guys are awesome. Hope you see this and enjoy it. Make sure you stop by your shop and grab a beverage or a food item of your choice. Um, wow, that sounded real weird. And then the addition, of course, I had to throw in my brothers in the beer room brawl. We have our BRB tap room. Get your beers and your spirits. Shout outs big time to my bros, BRB Matt, Maestro, Spartan Chef, and I guess Nags too. Why not? We'll give him a shout out. Damn it, Nags. The building style is obviously a little bit different than the rest of it, but I kind of like this new rustic, still kind of resorty type vibe, I guess. I don't know. I just like the way it looks, and I'm going to kind of start incorporating that style into the rest of the park so that we've got some more variety. So it's not all looking so samey. But yeah, BRB tap room, beers and spirits. Got the caffeine cafe, the good nice cookout, and the little ice cream shop. So that kind of rounds out this area. Very small, very quick, but yeah, let's get to the main attraction, the main star of the episode. Oh, well, I just finished today. The main attraction of this area, of course, is our Mac Extreme Spinner Firewalker. Went in and kind of added a pretty basic loading station, nothing too crazy, but that's okay. I'm not trying to go over the top with that. I've got the don't dive fencing around the exit path so that they don't hurt themselves or try to throw stuff at the people on the ride as they're going underneath the walk. Built up the maintenance station a little bit. I didn't realize that there was an update that added custom coaster support, so good times to be had ahead. I can finally start doing my maintenance areas like I used to. Not like completely like I used to because I'm still missing some TMTK and other in-game assets, but it's definitely looking better than the first couple maintenance stations. Not quite sure if I'm going to go back and redo those or not, or just leave them as is. We'll see as I get towards the end of the build. Maybe I'll include that with the final stuff like the hotel and the backstaging and all that. But yeah, built up the scenery and the landscaping around the coaster, so it's looking a little bit more lively. I didn't dense up the area with trees as much as the other coasters. Wanted to give this one a little bit of room to breathe just with the spinning element. I felt like that was a better option for this coaster. And yeah, I'm trying to think if there was anything else I did. No. I think I changed up the don't dive fencing here a little bit, so it's not just, yeah, I did. It's not just pushing into the entrance for Tsunami Bay anymore. It makes a little bit more sense and looks a bit more realistic at this point. I think that's about it. I opened up this water feature here a little bit to come and fill in this space by the Ferris wheel to give it a little bit more character rather than just jamming more plants in. Seems kind of like a cop-out, but it is what it is. It's a nice tropical resort, so there's got to be a lot of water and everything just to kind of add to that overall vibe, I guess. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm making a whole lot of sense right now. Soup for Brains apparently taken on, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it here before I keep talking like I am still doing. Once again, my name is Brett. If you have not yet, hit like and subscribe so we can follow. Oh my god. See, this is what I'm talking about. Hit like and subscribe if you like what I've got. I'll try to get better. If you've got an idea for a name for the full flight, please drop it in the comments. And yes, let's go take a ride on Firewalker. Yeah. Okay. That's enough. See you later, everybody.